later with them two-tone gators. Who you know gon' face? I see them keep trying, professional imitators. Rap, where's the flag? Now you're making me mad. With 47, get down. You better get back. You pop, like my black one. Did you forget we know you're not with any inch of the real. So stop it. I ain't knocking your little.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Kyler Murray and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Third season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Murray now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray, eluding the pressure right. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too. Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game. A look at the numbers for Doyle from a week ago. 7 catches, 57 yards. And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got Jack Doyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina. And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do? I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles. Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing,
and bang that one through.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On the give, this is Eckler. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On the ground, it's Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, what a strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
6 yards left on second down.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Wilson now off the bootleg.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Murray now on first down. This is caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And Folk's kick is good. And the second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On the screen, this is Eckler. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Murray now. This is swung out to Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we've come up due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable for Grant. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
On third down, here's Eckler. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're going to run. This is Gordon.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down, Murray.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Lockett. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On second down, it's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Wilson. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 27, Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Doyle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
This is Jakeem Grant. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And just a yard to go here on second down. Murray going to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Herb Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gano the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. With another return now, here's Westbrook. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And quickly they get to the line. To throw is Murray. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. On third down, Wilson.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure, and I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Murray off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 38. It's Eckler again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Murray's going to look to throw this thing.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from the 20.
And the Bucs stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
more often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Wilson. This goes out right to Doyle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about it.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Back to throw it, Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. With another return now, here's Westbrook. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Wilson's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Wilson. The open man is Westbrook. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He gets it to Cooks.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay,
they improved their mark to 12-4 with one.